Amethyst is an existing character in DC.
We always wanted to do this. So when DC started doing their young readers line, we first were like, who do you want to do? We were like Wonder Woman and Amethyst. And they said, okay. We were like, what? Are you kidding me? That's amazing.
When I was thinking of the concept for like how it would look, the art, I just thought about all the stuff I enjoyed as a kid. And like when I loved reading, like I used to read all the time. I just loved all the bright colors and all like the fun expressions. I really wanted to make sure that I like made Amethyst and Gemworld just feel so fun. Like just make it feel like just something that kids would enjoy, actually somewhere they want to be, you know? And Amethyst is like a friend you want to meet. Like, you know what I mean? Like just make it super like inviting and warm for everybody.
Well, I think anytime we're writing fantasy, we like to have the personal journey and then the outward journey balance each other and reflect each other. So anytime we're writing, like, here's a big battle scene, she's physically defeating these gem bugs. What does this mean to her personally? You know, how is she feeling about this? You always are keeping that tension and balance.
And it's super useful too to have a character, you know, we have her friend Autumn in there who is just human. She's just regular. And so she's kind of our eyes as a reader, you know, looking at this amazingness from the point of view of someone who's like, what is this?
Yeah. Who's just getting to see it for the first time, getting exposed to it for the first time, just like the reader is.
I tried to make that obvious because like sometimes in some of the pages Autumn isn't like saying anything, she's just like looking around.
Yeah. That's great.
Amethyst is like worried of like, I need to do this, and you know, everybody else is like trying to do stuff and Autumn. I'm here and I'm having a great time.
The art.
The kids will love the art the most, yes.
Aw, that's so nice. I disagree. I think they're gonna, well, I guess it's like a package thing. I think our teamwork with the characters is really what's gonna push it, because I think the friendship between the kids are so great. Like, you know, Amethyst and Autumn, their relationship is just adorable. I love them. They're super supportive for each other. I think the kids are gonna hopefully be able to like relate to that level of friendship. Just be like, this is my buddy. Like, we do everything together. Like, they're awesome. I'm awesome. We're just gonna have a good time. And whoever is around, they can have a good time too.
As a writer, I always keep in mind a story is the relationships between the characters. There is no story without that. That's what every story revolves around. And I think in this one, the friendship trio is, I think that's going to be I think you're right. That's going to be their favorite part. And then maybe also the magical elements, the creatures, and possibly the chocolate fountain.
Yeah. Well, and the whole wish fulfillment stuff, like that's what I like, or like, you know, the becoming something amazing.
Yeah.
I really liked that when I was a kid too. The whole, you know, it's the Billy Batson Shazam kind of thing where you're a kid and then suddenly you are special.
I think the best part about drawing Gemworld is that I could, like, it felt unique. So when it came to like me actually trying to figure out like, oh, well, what do the trees like? What does the grass look like? What do the people look like? It was like super fun to just imagine all the whimsical, fantastical stuff in there, like all the different weird animals and how the buildings look like. It was just so fun to just back and just sit on my desk and be like, how funky can I make this? Like how extreme can I go? It just let me like really flex out my imagination muscles and like challenge myself with art.
Well, you know, in some ways, I mean, she, in my mind at least, she was never really that obscure.
Yeah.
And Shannon grew up doing fairy tales.
Right, and reading a lot of fantasy novels. So this felt like a perfect kind of merging for us, and which is why we originally wanted to do this character about almost 20 years ago. Yeah. Because it's like, it is a DC superhero who's in a fantasy universe. You get the kind of the best of both worlds. We did a couple of changes we made from the original Amethyst. She doesn't age when she enters Gemworld. You know, originally she was like a 12-year-old and then she was like 20 when she comes into Gemworld. We just had her remain her same age, but just Gemworldified.
Right. In
the script, we were like, go big hair, big 80s.
Yeah.
I was like, watch the ball scene in Labyrinth. That's what we want. So we wanted to be true to the fantasy roots as well as the superhero roots, as well as like a modern kid and what their view of the whole world would be, and mix all those three things together.